1, 2, 3.
Okay, let me see how the picture is gonna look actually with all these updates. Let me see my picture. Show me the picture. Oh, I think it looks great. Updates. I think it looks like okay. The voice check. Voice check.
Voice
Let
check.
me see my picture. Show me the picture.
Voice
Oh,
check.
I think it looks
Hello, Classic
great.
David. It's the voice check.
I think it looks like okay. The voice check. I think my voice is good. I think it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could use. No, I don't think. I think I'm good. I don't think I should use more volume. I think it's good. Okay. Are we live? Are we live? Yes, we are live.
Yeah, we are live
Yes.
as we speak.
Yes, we're live. What the heck? Classic David again for like the 10th week in a row being the first one. And he says, hey guys and Maggie. Well, thank you very much. I say hello to you as well. And you know, I love how he knows the name of my cat now. The T-Fuel trade is on. If the price dips below 25 cents, do we stop immediately or wait for 4-hour candle to close? Okay, yes, sir. Is it a reasonable entry in your opinion, or am I still a noob? Didn't we already run that one? Wait, what's the...
Yeah, there was a video on T-Fuel.
Yeah, let me give it a quick look-sees. T-Fuel. Oh, we actually are. Yeah, we are already inside. Yeah, we're already inside. But if the Ethereum is gonna do what I think it's gonna do, then this trade is gonna go goodbye. You know, classic. It's gonna go goodbye. But yeah, currently we are filled. So you know we are waiting for a reaction right here. Let me see one only. Oh boy, that's already bad. Okay, so if it starts losing underneath this, then yeah, it's gonna be a bad time. Because what you did, you had created a little bounce, you know, a little bounce, and then as you started to create these small little structures underneath it, you lost a swing point. You know, you held it here, boom, you lost it, right? So this is quite bad. So now if it swoops down under the low and it fails to close back in, yep, it's probably gonna be bad news for this trade. Bad news indeed. So this is why, the reason is why we can't take so many trades. Classic David, this is why I don't do everyday videos anymore, because there's no trades to be taken. And even when you got good trades like this, if Ethereum is not on your side, you're gonna get, you know, pooped. You're just gonna get screwed, right? Let's just put it that way. So yeah. So of course, you gotta be very careful, right? I mean, and that's part of the game right now. You gotta just wait out. The range continues, for God's sake, the range continues. But I'm gonna say right now, after losing so many swing points and absolutely gaining zero shit, right? And maybe Ethereum in this case is even better to talk about this, right? After gaining absolutely jack shit, I'm gonna say that this one is probably gonna be done real soon, and we should be looking at it from the lower side of areas. So Ethereum, it was a very interesting thing, and right now if you look at it, this structure is very similar to what we were just talking about on T-Fuel. And if you zoom in a little bit, right, if you zoom in a little bit, you can now see exactly the same thing, right? We had a nice reaction up, we created a nice swing point, which we reacted from it, right? We tried to go higher, we failed to go higher, we came down again, reacted from the swing point again, but failed to do anything and brought below. As we went below this, you know, you pretty much have a story of being dead. So after this, what you're expecting is to hit 1.8k again, right? But a little bit deeper in this case. Then again, the whole story could continue, right? You could then go range and maybe try for the top. Or right now, because this is technically going to be a second touch, right? Or in this case, could even almost go for a third touch. What I'm thinking is most likely you're gonna whoop slowly under, right into the hands of our 1.4k to 1.2k area, something like that. Yep, that's gonna be the boy. A nice little $200 area right there, which I'm really hoping that this is gonna be for Ethereum, but it's gonna give us a little bit of more reaction. You know, we really want to see a little bit more reaction underneath here, because it's gonna be getting real sad if you're not gonna get anything, right? So yeah. So for sure, it's playing currently setting up quite similarly to you know, T-Fuel, but on lower. T-Fuel is obviously on the lower time frames. So yeah, on Bitcoin, on Bitcoin indeed, what we are having right now is, again, you can see range still goes on. Okay, and we again, once again, we are again on the bottom of the range. And if you look at it from this perspective, this is clearly bearish, right? I mean, this is clearly bearish. Like, you cannot even gain a single point, right? You cannot even gain a single point right now on the Bitcoin. So you can see definitely, you know, it doesn't take a blind eye for this, for a guy to notice that this is quite bearish, to be honest, right? So there doesn't seem to be that much of a buy volume. And even if you go on daily, we can see that buy volume, maybe not so much on this chart, but you can see quite clearly in this one, it's just going lower, 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 right? I mean, there's a very good reason to why it's going much lower, because the thing is right now, nothing is happening. We are basically in the chop. And, you know, we mentioned this a lot of times already. A lot of people lose money in the chop. Chop is not something you wouldn't want to trade. And right now, if you look at it from the first candle to right now to the now, we are in this chop for almost 60 days, right? So this is why for 60 days, you didn't have a lot of trades to take. Let's just put it that way, right? And since we are going to be staying in this chop, or are we almost going to be breaking it soon? We don't know yet, right? I mean, so far it looks like we're going to be breaking it quite soon. Well, since we are still trading in it, I mean, the volume will keep going down until the market maker finally decides to push it into some direction and finally starts getting some volume in, or some interest from the people, right? And yes, even if it goes down, the volumes will rise exponentially, because people will race to buy down at these levels that we currently already drawn, right? So we're still going to be going for this one. This is going to be our main level to buy if it drops from the knee there, and I'm grabbing a lot of Bitcoins here. But, you know, once it finally gets down here, then this is the real level. Well, I'm grabbing a lot of Bitcoins, right? This is the one. The one indeed. So yeah, as we see right now, you're again at the bottom part of the area. You know, obviously it's looking very weak. So we are again at the bottom part of the area, but not going to make any premature calls, because, you know, we already said it. Until it loses the area, it can still turn around, and we've said it that plenty of times, and we've seen that happen plenty of times as well. So we're not going to get tricked, right? We're not going to get tricked. We're just simply going to wait for it to lose the area, close a couple of candles underneath it, and then sayonara, you know, in that sort of case. Okay, let's check Ethereum Bitcoin, because I'm interested into that chart. Okay, so if we did close underneath it, okay, so again we are reacting from the very much same area. Looks like this one is gonna be looking pretty similar. So if Ethereum loses this area, it could even go lower underneath it. Okay, very interesting indeed. So sadly, we know if from the we talked before, having our two shorts possibilities up here, looks like both of these shorts were missed for like 3 to 5 or 6%. Sadly, it didn't schedule enough up, but you can see this would be a pretty amazing short if it was to hit, right? So yeah, that was the profit taking. And right now, you gotta be holding this area. If you lose this area and you then start going underneath the low of this, you know, you're gonna have a bad time, and you're most likely gonna be hitting like the middle of even the bottom case of this green one. So yeah, we will be scaling back on Ethereum as well. So yeah, goes to show that it didn't break on the first try, you know, like weekly does not lie on crypto, now does it, right? I mean, said a while ago, wow, if it's gonna break this on the first try after it did this, you know, spend multiple weeklies underneath here, it would be a miracle. And yes, look at it, it didn't break it, still kept it underneath it. And so the price action does not lie so far on Ethereum, and Ethereum now is really stretched. If it fails this one, the bottom, you know, the fall off could be huge, like 30%, maybe even in worst case scenarios 50. But that's, yeah, you know, that's too far to call for it now. But yeah, you can see pretty much doing the same thing. Bitcoin dominance, haven't checked that one for a while. Are we even doing anything from it, or are we just dying? Wait, we have a couple of lines here. Let me just find myself from this. Okay, so far the secondary scenario of hitting this is in the play. Okay, so we didn't go directly down, we actually bounced here, we tagged this one, and now we're going down. So this one scenario is now playing out in effect. So right now we are waiting for this to be hit, and then we are waiting for something to reinstate and probably push for something higher, right? Because now right now, if we did something like this, I would really want to test the bottom of this structure right here. So if we do something like this, then it would be actually fantastic for Bitcoin. So what this means is we could be getting a little break on them alts, right? I mean, some alts have been pretty much mooning lately, so we could get a little bit of a break looking from this chart. So yeah, let's hopefully this one goes and tags as it be logical. It would be pretty logical if we tagged it on here, you know, and then pushing all the way to up there. So that will actually make a lot of sense. I'm gonna say it's gonna make a lot of sense. So yeah, as you said before, T-Fuel 25 cents. I'm gonna go jump back to T-Fuel after seeing a little bit. It might actually, you know what, I'm gonna say yes, we have to wait for a couple of candles, because after seeing a Bitcoin and Ethereum chart right now, this could easily get wicked out. Easily, right? I mean, especially what you've seen right now. So if you're gonna be buying at 25 cents, you could even try to place your stop loss. Let me actually see this, 25 cents, right? Yes, your stop loss, you can even maybe have a 18 to 70% stop loss, and then go for the first profit taker for around 44%, something like that, 40% you know. So it's still 2R, a little bit more than 2R actually. So yeah, I would go for something like that, because right now I can get pretty much wicked out from this, right? So yeah, so if you do it like this, so in this case, if you scratch it, where would you come here? You would have around here. Let me actually go on over time frames to see where you would actually be buying this. I mean, it's really low buy, right? This is really low buy. Like normally I would never buy this low, but you might actually get filled just because Bitcoin might now weak down, or Ethereum as well, right? I mean, how weak they are. So you might actually get filled. Might, right? Is the very good question. But normally, like honestly, I would never buy this low. Not in this. I mean, it just doesn't, from price action standpoint, it doesn't make much sense to me to grab a trade here. It would be more like a sense to me to have stop losses, right, located on this area. But if you're gonna do it, then at least put a stop loss somewhere around down here, right? Maybe it's better on 1 hour. Let me see again. Yeah, somewhere around down here. You can place it maybe here, around here, around 22 cent mark, 21 cent mark, something like that. Yeah, so pretty much you can do that. But yeah, me personally, I don't think I would ever be buying it that low. I mean, it doesn't make sense, right? If it touches all the way down there, I'm mostly gonna expect it to break anyways, right? So I'm not really gonna expect a big reaction from it. So even if you get a buy down there, maybe take profit takes faster, you know, because you might not get that reaction that you're actually looking for, because it's too deep. It's just too deep, right? Because you want to be, the idea behind this trade is we want to be holding this, right? Because this is the thing that actually put us above the previous high. So this is important point. So I want to be holding this point, right? And I want to be testing all the way up here, right? And that's the idea. So if I do that, you know, I'm buying actually under this point. So for me, it doesn't make that much sense from the, you know, point of perspective right on here. Okay, so which one is the audio? And again, if you guys got any questions, feel free to ask me, right? Because I do gotta mention, especially today, I don't have a lot of time because it is my birthday, right? And I have a table reserved.
Happy birthday for you, to you, Alex.
Well, thank you very much, Arnaud. I do have a table reserved at a nice restaurant at 6. So yeah, I'm pulling this stream in the last couple of minutes. So, okay, but you know, the show must go on. They say, right, Arnaud? The show must go on. And you are indeed right, Evgeny. This looks absolutely beautiful. This looks like a goddamn gem, you know, during this bear market. We're looking at something very beautiful here. Let me go a little bit lower time frames. Yeah, if I was going right now, that would be the way I would fill my trade, for sure. Bam, you know, with the stop loss underneath here, so around 10% or again. Oops, maybe a little bit too wide area. Yeah, around 10% there again. Yeah, with the first profit take at around 1.8. Not too shabby. And the secondary, just aim for that shit high, alright? I mean, why not, right? Could even probably make a video about this one. This one is not bad. This one is really interesting how this one played out. So let me just see, let me see it on weekly. Let me observe it on weekly. Why did it actually play out like this? Is this a fresh chart? I mean, it is quite fresh. I mean, from weekly it makes very good sense, right? It gained all over and then touched the previous high like we usually do in bull market, and then now go. So what you would want to, yes, you would actually want to test this now. And if you break this, you go for over all the time high, right? You know, first two. But on the lower time frames, again, you gotta look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, so you gotta lower your expectation during times like that, because dreams often get wrecked on charts like this if you're just too, you know, excited about it. I mean, I know Axie is definitely the one that It's just breaking all the rules of these markets, right? I mean, holy shit. You could barely catch a trade on this. Actually, I don't even think you could catch a trade on this because there were barely any, you know, pullbacks. So even if you traded before from these highs, you know, this is maybe the only one. If you really bullishly wanted to get in, you would catch it. But pretty much everything else here on daily, you couldn't get a good high time frame swing in it. But I guess what I'm thinking or seeing from this is seems like, you know, that this chart, or should I say this game is pretty good. So yeah. So you were thinking, I was asking about an entry for HBAR USDT for, okay, let me go HBAR USDT. Let me see 1.6. That was already tested, my dude, you know. Normally I would say yes to 1.65. That's kind of high, not gonna lie, that's kind of high. Not at the moment. No, this was tested multiple times now. Multiple times, yeah. So not at all. This is not at all. I mean, especially when the chart is looking like this. I do not like charts like this. They test everything, right? I mean, same thing, like, you know, it was the first try was obviously gave you a good reaction, right? I mean, look at this. It gave you a 70% reaction, right? I mean, so on the first try, it was definitely a good entry, but right now it's not, right? I mean, so this is like 1, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. It's so many touches right here that you don't wanna be doing that anymore, right? Okay, so if you look at it for something else on HBAR, like honestly, I don't have much for you because this chart is so ugly. Holy shit, this chart is so ugly for shit. What would I want to see here happen? Okay, so that's a good question. If I wanted to really have a trade here, I would have to gain this first. Like, oh my gosh, this chart is so ugly. So if I would get here and I'm gonna judge by how everything was tested on the way down, I'm gonna assume the same thing is gonna happen. In this case, if that happens and you spend some time up here, then I'm sure you're gonna test this. Right? This is gonna be the point of you taking a trade. But right now, Jesus, you have nothing else going on HBAR. This is pretty ugly. Like, then audio is better chart out. I mean, honestly, just speaking from honest, right? But yeah, 16.5, you missed it. That one is definitely missed. That one already happened on May. So yeah, for sure missed for now. Check Luna. Yes, Luna. Luna. Okay, we got it, boss. Okay, Luna is actually holding this. I think we already spoke about Luna holding this. Yeah, I think we did. This is actually detrimental for it to hold, and it actually did. And now it's yeah, Luna from daily right now. It's either gonna hold this or it's dead. Let's just put it this way. But yeah, it did go deep. Like, I'm not gonna lie, again, it did go deep, right? And it had 2 half candles and here, right? So could easily fail. This definitely went deep, right? So you could fail, but again, let me just see if it's worth the risk. Okay, let's see if it's actually worth the risk. So if I'm gonna be placing my stop loss on here, so we are talking about a 14%er, and I'm gonna minimally, oh yeah, I mean, I think it's worth it actually, because if this plays out, you're getting like a 5R or 80% move. Yeah, so I guess it is worth it. It is worth it for sure, but I'm gonna say, like, you know, it's not the best trade. I think it's audio, then it's better. Or even T-Fuel at this point is probably better. But, you know, still it can play out. I mean, it's not the worst thing. I've seen worse things play out. So yeah, you can actually get an 80% out of it. So I guess it is worth the risk. But, you know, don't risk too much at it. But oh, you said, but I stay away because the market. Yeah, I understand. Like, the thing right now is, let's put it this way. So I think we already talked about this in the past as well, right? We are switching around many charts, right? And many charts are looking like Luna, which is definitely, they have good areas to play right now. The problem is when Ethereum and Bitcoin are hanging on the thread of the line, and one of these main areas on one coin is going to be lost, right? So if it's going to be lost on one coin, it's most likely going to be lost on 90% of the coins. That's what I learned in the past. So usually when I really traded these strong areas, and I had like, I don't know, 4 to 5 trades out on alts, and then one of them broke, usually all of them broke. That was the thing. So if one alt actually lost the main area, all of them lost it, right? And the bitch here is because you have to trade it against Bitcoin and Ethereum. So, you know, right now, these are beautiful trades. But if Ethereum does the second option here, bam, you're dead. Your trade is absolutely dead, you know? And you can't help it. So, you know, here you just gotta have to take a calculated risk. Am I gonna trade some alts? Yes, I am trading some alts. I am taking calculated risk. I mean, we made enough money in the bull market that we can actually now waste something in this chop. But like I said, I'm not trying to trade too much in chop, because in chop is where you lose most of your money. So I'm controlling my trades a lot. I'm not taking many of them. I'm controlling them a lot, and I'm trying to make them even as fast as possible, right? But sometimes you're still gonna have some losses, but that's okay because you won so much during the bull market, right? And of course, don't worry, you're gonna go back to winning streak on a bear market. If you do things correctly, if you're not gonna be too greedy, you're gonna be winning again on bear market. But you need a trend, you know. I trade best during when the market is trending. And I'm not saying it's trending in the straight down line, right? Because if something like this happens, then I'm useless again. I need something like this, right? This is my money makers, right? When it goes slowly down. So yeah. So the money making periods are gonna be back, you know, since we haven't had one in the last 60 days, but it's not there yet, you know, it's not there yet. It's still on the edge, still losing, gaining, and it's a little bit awkward still, right? So yeah, so which one was the next one? SNX, you said, right? Wait, so you said, oh, classic David. So you said, already bought the T-Fuel at 0.28. Okay, so you bought it there. I was asking about H-bar. Okay, so wait, if you bought T-Fuel, then stay away from H-bar. Then like, you don't need H-bar, right? You don't need it at all. I mean, so it's all about T-Fuel, yeah. Okay, let's see. Unless you were talking about H-bar short. Was I misinterpreting that? No, you were not talking, wait, you were talking about short? Even if you're talking about short, it's already kind of tested, I'm gonna say. Yeah, it was already tested. So no, this chart is just nasty. You gotta wait for something else on this chart. SNX USDT, let's see, SNX. Ooh, this one went deep, huh? More than that, yeah, 80%. Just where Doge should go. Are we gonna cry about that Doge short again or not? Should we do it? A weekly stream of Doge short cries.
Or regrets about it.
Yeah. Okay, this is the area right now. If you don't hold this on SNX, bam, if you don't hold this, you're gonna test this. The bottom of the structure, just like the usual. The usual trades we like to take, the usual. We love those trades, don't we? About 12. I'm sure I could find a smaller stop loss if I went on the lower time frames, you know. I'm sure I could, but am I gonna? Well, at this case I will. Yeah, around here. So yeah, it's maybe I've saved like 1% or something. Yeah, 2. So you're close to 10%. So that's the play I would go for SNX and SNX. If you missed it, or if you're not in it right now, if you're in it right now, you hold it, right? You hold it because you missed your point of selling. If you didn't sell up here, you kind of missed it. So now you have to see if this is gonna break under. And if this does break under, I'm just gonna expect it down here. This is usually when this structure tests after they do. Okay, happy birthday. Well, thank you very much, guys, for your birthday wishes. Yeah, thank you very much. Mana USDT. Okay, Mana. Mana is looking poor as well, even though it is. Wait, let me actually see it on weekly first. You see what it created here? See, that's my issue right here. So it created a swing point and then broke underneath it. So until you regain this one, I'm feeling a little bit, you know, a little bit iffy. But I guess if it's gonna be too late by the time you're gonna get up there, because, well, I mean, you already made most of the move. And this was already tested, so it wouldn't be. So I'm still gonna say, you know, regain first above this point, and then I would be seeking for a trade in the around this direction, actually, around this box, you know. That would be my trade. That would actually be the trade. Because, you know, everything was tested from here right now. There's nothing much to do anymore, and you kind of lost the swing point. So yeah, it's really detrimental for you to go above that area, you know, for you to have a chance of continuation. Sure. And also, Classic David, happy birthday. Well, thank you very much again. Also, please check links. What the heck is that, man? What is that? Where are you guys finding these shit coins? I swear. Wow, that's some interesting price action indeed. Huh. Interesting. So it went up, it went up. It didn't create much of structure, just went up. How much did this go up? Oh, just a cool 12,000%. Just a chill 12,000%. Well, it went up, it went up. Huh. Okay, so I'm seeing something here. So you definitely held this, but you lost this. So you tried to do something here, you lost it completely, retested it. Wow, that was a huge wick. That will probably get close to stopping your short out, if not even stopping it out. And that, wow, that was both ways huge wick. So it tested 2 levels in basically one swing. I mean, this is one candle. Then you lost this swing. And now you went, wow, that's kind of strange, to be honest. I mean, so... Okay, you didn't completely lose the area, so that's 1 point here, right here. You didn't lose it. You did lose this one, but then you gained this one. So yeah, right now... Huh. And then you tested this high again. So logically speaking, you should be testing this low. Oops. Logically speaking, you should be testing this low. And then after this low, you should be testing at least this high again. And then actually seeing which way it breaks out. So yeah, something like that, right? And then seeing which way, right? So that would bring you, I mean, it's still 40%, it's not bad. Stop loss is not that big either. I mean, stop loss is not that big at all. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's like 6 to 7%. That's actually pretty good. Not too shabby of a trade, to be honest. Not too shabby at all. So yeah, you could potentially go for this one. I wouldn't actually be greedy, you know. If I'm getting 6R, let's just do it like here. Yeah, just go for like 5R, you know. Don't be too greedy. Yeah, let's do it like that. It's a good trade. So yeah, I mean, I would be waiting for this for a prime entry. I wouldn't be prematurely entering it. And if you're holding it right now, well, you know, take some profits out there, right? Take some profits. Take a little bit of a position here and take some profits. And if it goes underneath this, just, you gotta get stopped out. You know, you gotta get stopped out, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, let me check Doge as well. Yep, Doge basically going where it belongs. Doge going where it belongs. Sad stuff. Sad stuff. Wait, where was the last stream we did? That was on 7th or 8th. Yeah. Yep. Screw me, man. Didn't get the short. And, well, at least I called it, as I was gonna miss it. 77%, just getting started on Doge, baby. Look at that, Arnaud. So much to go. I hope you guys are holding Doge. Because it's definitely not a meme coin. I swear to God, it's not a meme coin, guys. I swear to God. I swear to God, it's not a meme coin. So yeah, Doge is not gonna do good, guys. Not gonna do good at all. So what else can we check? So we did check Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP. Where's too shit to check? Oh my gosh, it's such a shit chart. XRP USD. Let me see Bitstamp chart. Yeah, absolutely trash. Boy, I mean, that's XRP USDT, maybe on Poloniex. That's gotta be better chart. No, still junk. Huh. Well, it's not a nice chart, that's for sure. Okay, let's see this. Oh, look at that. It actually did. It actually. Oh, Jesus Christ! Come on. It actually did hit this. Is it gonna do something from there? I don't think so. But it did hit there. Okay, so this does. XRP did good. XRP did great. Well, okay, guys, do we have any more questions or anything you guys want me to ask before I gotta go? Because today we are on a little bit of a tight time frame, man.
Restaurant time.
Sorry, what?
Oh, restaurant time.
One time you said?
The restaurant.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Got a table for 6 at 6.
Well, that's actually it's a little bit more than 6 people. So yeah, it is something. But fuck me, charts are not that good, are they? Wait, let me actually check Cardano. That one I'm interested in. No, that's not good. I know we had like a Bittrex chart or something going on. Yeah. Okay, Cardano is still not there. Cardano is taking its time, baby. Look at that. Cardano is taking its time. Like, look at that. We TP the top. Yeah, boy. Now we're just waiting. I mean, it's probably gonna be the same thing. Just break down and hit this. Man, there's gonna be so much trades in about, like, I don't know how many. Like, it could take months, half a year, maybe even a year. Okay, probably not a year, it's probably not gonna be that slow. But it could take half a year. But, there's gonna be so many trades, dude. Is today a short trade? What do you mean, is today a short trade? Pooh, I'm not really sure what you mean by that. I mean, market smash short? Like, I would definitely not want to do that. I never do anything like that. But yeah, I'm not too sure what you mean. Okay then. If there is no other questions, I guess we can slowly wrap it up then, right? Then
Yep.
bring it back the next week. Hopefully before Thursday.
Next Wednesday is National Day in Belgium. So.
Oh, Belgium. Okay, so then just do it next Thursday again, right?
Yeah.
So that
or
is gonna...
maybe we can do on Tuesday if you're free.
Yeah,
But
probably
it
won't be because I'm rarely. Does the BTC would go down? I'm telling. Well, yeah, most likely BTC will probably have more chances of going down than up. Yes, that is for sure. But don't mark him smash short. That's not the way you want to do it. That's not the way, man. It's not the way. So anyways, so next week at 22nd of July. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be that bear, Evgeny, but just being realistic, right? I mean, we're just trading here. We're not holding or anything. We're just trading, trying to make some couple of percent here and there, nothing too much, right? But yeah, next week at 22nd, so we're gonna be looking at around, again, right, same time, 3 p.m. UTC, right, which is 5 Celestial, Central Europe time. So yeah, pretty much the same shit, right? Same shit as every time. So well, guys, thank you for watching, and I guess we will be seeing each other in the next one, right?
Yep, take care of you guys.
Take care.